Greetings, this is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. Today is what I call a channel check, which means sort of visiting the local Tesla dealer to see if there's any new news, that's worth noting. So I'm going to start off the day by showing off the vehicles and the Powerwall behind me, and then stopping and sitting down for a discussion on kind of new stuff that's popped up. So let's start off. Trying to make sure that I got the Powerwall in there. So here we are at the Tesla dealership in Washington, D.C. Wanted to do a brief talk today focused on sort of new developments that I picked up on while in the showroom. The first item that I wanted to note is that Tesla is now offering Continental and Goodyear tires. The two Model X's that are featured here both have Continentals on them, and the 100D red Model S has Goodyear tires on them. I'm a little surprised by the switch from Michelin. A second thing that came up was that the Powerwall, which is $5,000, is actually capable of 14 kilowatt hours. The featured Model X here is a 90D. So in order to charge that car, I guess you could do the math. Bottom line is that to fully charge your vehicle from the Powerwall ain't gonna happen with just one Powerwall. You're allowed to go up to 10 of them. Another development I was impressed by is that Washington, D.C., if you're a resident, has no tax on the sale of that vehicle, but Virginia is 4.5%, and Maryland residents, it's 6% when you register that vehicle. Another detail point that popped up is that there's a formula that Tesla has for determining how many miles a showroom vehicle, or if there's sort of seat wear and tear, but the discount could be as much as $10,000, which I thought was pretty decent cut in price to address wear and tear or possibly miles on the vehicle. Another point that was raised is that they seem to have more inventory of X's now than the last time I was here 3 months ago. It's now mid-July of 2017. Another point that comes up is that I was kind of wondering about what do you do if you're off-grid but you want to install a supercharger? So one of the other detail points that was raised is that Tesla will allow you to install a supercharger, but you have to have a minimum of 6 vehicles before it's a home-based supercharger that's allowed. This is usually targeted at businesses, so the salesperson here indicated to me that if you were a business and you had more than 6 vehicles, they have one company that has 12 Teslas, and so they installed supercharger there for that company. I didn't know it was an option to have your own personal supercharger installed, but I think that's a nice benefit. I thought these sort of general pointers were kind of interesting developments that I learned. Perhaps one, maybe not that big a deal, channel check item is that the gray Model X that you saw is one of the more popular colors right now. The most popular color on the S is the black vehicle. The most popular, I thought was white for the Model X, but it turns out it's the gray. And, still a lot of customer visits and traffic looking at vehicles. If are there any other points that come across on my way through the store today, I will perhaps add it in my notes. Thanks for taking time out to watch. This is Greg at Tesla Fan Insight. Tschüss, macht's gut, au revoir, tout à l'heure. And I think I'm going to end today's session. Please subscribe and like. I'm going to end today's session with more footage of the showroom. Thank you and have a great day.